It's 6 a.m. Good morning, Masters. Thank you for joining this Sunday morning. I would like to thank Patri sir, PSSM DMV, Anil sir, Bharti ma'am for giving me this platform and opportunity to discuss fifth guiding principle of 18 principles, which is utilizing the full moon for intense meditation. Today, we will explore something special, using the full moon to make your meditation deeper and more powerful. In our modern world, we meditate for many reasons. Some of us want peace in our busy lives, others want a clear mind. Many are looking for meaning or a break from constant noise around us. Meditation has become an important tool for a lot of us. But here is what I want to share with you. Not all the times are same for meditation. Just as a farmer does not plant seed in winter, they are natural rhythms and that can make your inner work stronger. And the full moon is one of the most powerful of these rhythms. The full moon is not just beautiful to look at, it is a peak moment in the cycle that has been happening for billions of years. This cycle affects ocean tides, animal behavior, and yes, human consciousness too. What makes the full moon special for the meditation is that it acts as a time of amplification and release. Think of it as the moment when everything that has been building comes to light, it becomes visible, it becomes possible to see clearly and let go. Today, let's discuss why meditation during the full moon is different from meditation on any other night. So our meditation becomes powerful. Let's talk about significance of full moon. What the full moon means? The lunar cycle takes about 29 and a half days. It begins in darkness with the new moon. It grows through the waxing phases. It reaches its peak at the full moon, then it slowly releases back into darkness through the waning phases. The full moon is the top of this cycle. It is the moment of maximum light from the earth. We see the entire face of moon lit by the sun. Full moon represent completion and revelation. In Sanskrit, the full moon is called Purnima, which means fullness. In many indigenous traditions, each full moon of the year has a name that reflects what is finishing in nature at that time. The harvest moon, the lunar moon, the snow moon, these are not superstitions. These are observations of natural cycles of completion. The meaning is consistent across cultures. The full moon illuminates, it revels, it brings things to their fullness so they can be seen clearly. Where the new moon represents potential and new beginnings in darkness, the full moon represents completion and revelation. We as human beings are not separate from these cycles. We are living beings on a planet that moves in a relationship to the moon. Research has shown the real differences in human behavior during the full moon periods. Sleep patterns change slightly. Hospitals often report more activity. The word lunacy comes from the Latin word for moon, luna. Because people notice connections between the full moon and stronger emotional states, these phases heighten sensitivity. Our emotional and psychological states are more accessible, and for us meditators, this heightened sensitivity becomes an opportunity. Our next thought would be why full moon meditation is intense. First, there is an amplification effect. During the full moon, thoughts and emotions that are usually quiet becomes louder. Things you have been avoiding or not noticing rise closer to the surface. If you have been carrying unresolved anger, it might feel stronger. If you have been hiding self-doubt, it might be more present. This can feel uncomfortable, but for meditation, it is very valuable. Think about it in this way. Meditation is about awareness. We cannot work with what we cannot see. The full moon acts like an amplifier that brings our internal content into the clearer view. It is the volume of our inner voice gets turned up. We are not creating new problems, we are simply becoming more aware of what is already there. Second, many people report increased mental alertness during the full moon periods. There is often a quality of wakefulness, even restlessness, which is helpful for meditation. The sleepiness that can sometimes make meditation difficult is less likely. Instead, there is a sharp, bright quality to awareness. You are more likely to catch the small moments of your mind, the quick emotions, the fast judgments that normally pass unnoticed. Third, and perhaps the most, full moon has a way of revealing hidden patterns, things that have been operating beneath conscious awareness, old hurts, repeating through patterns, usual reactions tend to surface during this time. It is as if the increased light outside creates increased light inside. What we keep in the dark becomes the visible in the light. This is why the full moon is not ideal for starting new intentions or beginning new practices. It is not the time of beginning, it is the time of completion and release. The energy of the full moon is about letting go of what has finished its cycle, not collecting more. This is important to understand. Full moon meditation is about release, not about gaining something. Now I'm going to talk about what is different about full moon meditation. The main difference is this. Full moon meditation focuses on completion rather than gaining. Most meditation practices have a goal of gaining something, gaining peace, gaining insight, gaining better focus. These are good goals, but the full moon meditation is different. It asks instead, what are you ready to complete? What are you ready to release? What has reached its fullness in you and now is ready to be let go? This creates a very different quality of awareness. Instead of trying to create a particular state or achieve a particular result, you're creating space for things to come up and be witnessed as they leave. You are not trying to add something to yourself, you're allowing something to leave you. The awareness itself is about release. You might sit in the meditation and notice a repeating worry about relationship. In normal meditation, you might notice and return to your breath. In the full moon meditation, you actually stay with it. You let it become fully present. You acknowledge it completely, and this is important, you consciously offer it release, not by pushing it away, by allowing it to complete, by recognizing that this worry has been going through you perhaps for months, and the moon is offering you a moment to let it end. Many people who practice full moon meditation use the moonlight itself as a focus point. If the weather allows, sitting it where moonlight can reach you by a window or outdoors adds a real dimension to this practice. The light becomes a symbol of clarity of things. being seen of illumination. You might imagine things that you are releasing being lit by moonlight and then gently dissolving, returning to space from which they came. This is also a quality of heightened self-observation during full moon meditation and is different from typical mindfulness. You are not just observing thoughts and sensations naturally, you are observing with specific question, what is complete? What has reached its fullness? What am I still carrying on? No longer serves the person I am becoming. Some people describe full moon meditation as witnessing rather than doing. You are watching your own psychological and emotional completion. You are attending the ending of old version of yourself, old hurts, old stories, and like any other meaningful ending, this requires presence, respect, and conscious acknowledgement. Now I will talk about intentions for the full moon. Emotional release is primary. The full moon is a good time to consciously work with emotions that have been stuck or repeating, grief that have not been fully felt, anger that keeps coming back, anxiety that loops endlessly. These emotions are not problems to be fixed. These are energies that needs to be acknowledged and released. During the full moon, they are not accessible and the practice becomes about giving them permission to move throughout and out. Forgiveness and closures are natural intentions for this time, whether it's forgiving yourself for past mistakes, forgiving others for harm done, or simply bringing closure to the chapter of your life that have been already ended, but you keep mentally reopening. The full moon supports this work. The light helps you see the situation clearly without distortion, and that clarity makes release possible. Letting go of limiting beliefs in its particular powerful during the full moon meditation. Those stories you tell yourself about you are and what you can do, many of them are already to be released. I'm not the kind of person, or I always, or I never, I will never. These beliefs have often expired, and the full moon is a moment to consciously acknowledge these completion and let them go. Finally, a gratitude for growth is an essential full moon intention. As you release what is complete, there is a space to feel real appreciation for what these experiences, patterns, and emotions taught you. You are not rejecting your past or condemning your struggles. You are honoring them as complete and expressing gratitude for how they contribute to who you are now. So, what are the benefits of full moon focus meditation? The most and immediate benefit is emotional cleansing. There is a reason many people report feeling lighter after the full moon meditations. By consciously working with release during this natural amplified time, you are clearing out emotional weight that otherwise builds up. It is similar to cleaning out a closet. You do not necessarily notice the weight of everything you are carrying until you let it go. Deeper personal insight is another significant benefit because the full moon brings hidden materials to the surface. You gain access to understanding about yourself that might take months of regular practice to discover. Patterns becomes visible, connections become clearer. You see why you have been reacting certain ways or making certain choices. This self-acknowledgement is very valuable for the growth. Perhaps most important is the benefit of alignment with the natural rhythms. We live in an artificially lit, climate controlled, digitally connected world that has largely cut our connections to the natural cycles. By consciously working with the lunar cycle in your meditation practice, you are re-establishing a relationship with something ancient and basic. You are remembering that you are the part of nature, not separate from it. And this remembering itself is a healing. There is also a building effect. When you begin to meditate with the full moon cycle consciously, you start to notice the other phases as well. You become aware of the building energy of waxing moon, the quiet reflection of the new moon, and the gradual release of waning moon. Your practice develops a natural rhythm and variety that prevents boredom and keeps you engaged. Now, the conclusion. Let me bring this together. The full moon is not a magical in supernatural sense, it is a powerful in natural sense. It is a real event that creates real conditions. Conditions of heightened awareness, amplified emotions, and increased visibility of our inner landscape. Full moon meditation is not about something completely different. It is about doing something at a different time for a different purpose. It is about recognizing that this moment of peak light in lunar cycle is perfectly suited for the work of completion, release, and letting go. My encouragement to you is simple. Experience it yourself. The next full moons, set aside time. PSSM DMV group offers 9 to 12 Eastern Time full moon meditation. Approach your meditation with the clear intention of release. Notice what comes up. Notice what feels complete. Notice what you have been carrying that is ready to be set down. The full moon has been rising for longer than humans have existed, and it will continue to rise long after we are gone. But right now, in your lifetime, it offers you this repeating gift, a moment each month when everything becomes clearer, when ending becomes possible, when release becomes natural. I will leave you with this thought. We live in the culture that constantly encourages collecting more possessions, more experiences, more achievements, more productivity. But wisdom has known that growth requires the opposite moment as well. We must learn to let go, to complete, to release. The full moon is nature's reminder of this essential truth. Use it well. Thank you. Now let's start the meditation. Let's sit in the meditation now. Please remove your glasses, clasp your hand, cross your legs, be with your breath for next 40 or so minutes. Just be with your breath. minutes, masters. Just be with your breath. Last 2 minutes, master. Just be with your breath. Last 30 seconds. Be with your breath, please. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Please take your hands to your eyes, and whenever you're ready, look at your palms. Let's thank the universe and masters for this wonderful opportunity. And at this time, if any of you have any questions or would like to share your experience, please go ahead, unmute yourself.
Thank you, Dinesh sir. Very informative session. I learned a lot for full moon meditation. So thank you so much for sharing the session, the wisdom. Also, meditation was very good. It doesn't feel like it was like 40 minutes. It felt like just 5 minutes. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. All right, thank you, masters. So we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dinesh sir. It was a wonderful session. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.